Hey everyone, it is Sunday, March 22nd, 2020, and wow, has the world changed a lot since the last time I made a video for you guys. To be honest, I wasn't really sure when I'd be making another video. I have a lot of great ideas, things that seemed great a few weeks ago. I even have some other videos I've already recorded, but it just seemed to me, I don't know, insensitive, maybe even ridiculous to kind of be coming at you with Camino pragmatics when, one, we have people dying of this scary, unknown, novel illness, and, other people that's not their daily life, but they're devastated because they've had to cancel their upcoming Camino. And I think that's a totally valid sentiment to have. People who have been looking forward to this Camino and planning this Camino for a long time and maybe need it for one reason or another. And there's no, despite the severity of the scariness of this situation going on in the world, there's no reason to diminish the feelings that people may have about, having to cancel or postpone their Caminos. So I really wasn't sure what I'd have to say to you guys. And then I realized, you know what, this is part of my Camino family. You guys have become my post-Camino family, but really the lifeline to keeping my own Camino experience alive. So that's what I kind of just wanted to talk off the cuff about today. And first of all, just see how you guys are doing. How are you hanging in there? And just wish you all the best from the bottom of my heart, and say to all of those on the first line, and that's everyone from doctors to nurses, pharmacists, cashiers, people restocking the shelves at the grocery store, Uber drivers making sure people get food and helping restaurants stay open. Everyone who is out there, not only exposing themselves to the danger, but, making sure that the rest of us can experience this horrible situation pretty comfortably. I mean, I just can't even say thank you enough. So thank you so much. I'm privileged. I have the privilege of having a job that I, for now, feel comfortable that I'll be able to keep, and working from home, and it helps me make sure that I can do my social responsibility and not be out there exposing, people to any germs I might have, be exposed to their germs. So I'm trying to do my part, and I want to say thank you to y'all for doing your part. That said, I mean, how can we keep our Camino dreams and experiences alive during this time? I might be one of the rare people, but my Netflix consumption has not changed at all in the past, 10 days that I've basically been confined at home. My fiance and I, we love baking shows, so we'll watch the Great British Bake Off or baking competition, but we were already watching that before. And last night we did like a sleepover style thing where we dragged our mattress into the family room, and I made her watch Now and Then. She's French, so she's never seen this movie. This was like the sleepover movie to watch as a girl when you're growing up in the 90s. So that's what we did. But I was really thinking that I don't want to get sucked into that Netflix trap, because this is for those of us that don't have to be out there every day. And really our job, I saw this quote and I loved it. It's like, your grandparents were called to war, you're called to sit on your couch, do it. Right? So if we have to be here, you don't have to sit on your couch. But what can we be doing? What are all the things that before we always said, if I had the time, here's what I would do. I know for me, I love to travel. So anytime I can have time off from work, I want to go somewhere. I've never been like a staycation kind of person, but I always saw the appeal of a staycation, just kind of saying, being in your town on a Wednesday, going for a walk, organizing your closet, doing things that, you just don't have time to do when mostly work, but life's other distractions getting in the way, a friend's birthday party or this or that. I mean, we now have this luxury of time. What can we do with it? How can we become better humans? How can we be there for each other? I mean, in some ways, it's like is almost like the Camino, right? We see a world, I mean, you can argue about this, but in some ways you see a world coming together. You see doctors going from one country to another to help. You see people connecting over social media to try to make us all feel like we're in this together, because we are in this together. This is, I mean, the first thing I'm ever aware of, except for maybe, you know, the climate crisis, but that is affecting all of us. And so I've been trying to think about, well, what can I do now? What are things that I wanted to do? And I think this really can apply to the Camino context, because there's going to come a time when we can leave our houses, when we can travel again. For as long as this lasts, there will be a time where we can get back out there and do the Camino. So what can you do now, right, to keep that experience alive and make you better prepared when it comes? And for me, the number one thing, and I've said this in some of my other videos, is taking the time to learn another language. Spanish is the one I think that's probably most useful, given the number of people that do the Caminos through Spain. But Portuguese, French, Italian, they're all options. And I think this is so important because it adds so much depth to your experience to be able to speak to other people in their languages, in their own languages. And I think you make a mistake by saying, oh, I downloaded Duolingo, I'm using that. I mean, I've seen Duolingo. I think it has its value as a complementary tool, but that's not the way that you learn a language to the point of being able to communicate with locals. And so take the time, if you have the money, or if you can, you know, redistribute the money, seeing as you're probably hopefully saving on gas and other things right now. I would recommend a program called Fluenz, F-L-U-E-N-Z. I've used it to basically teach myself French, and now I'm using it to teach myself Portuguese. I think their system is fantastic. They, you know, most importantly, they help you learn the hardest skill in language, which is understanding, right? Maybe you can say, like, I need a sandwich, or where's the bathroom? But if you can't understand the answer, then, I mean, I don't really see the use in that. So take the time, learn a language, right? Support local, or not local, support people who have taken the time to write books about their Camino experiences or make movies about their Camino experiences. Get your Camino guidebook and go through it so you don't have to bring it with you, and you know about different little side paths you can do or places you can visit. Go on a virtual Camino. There are tons of amazing videos on YouTube. People have taken pictures or videos every day of their Camino, or visit museums along the way. You know, during this time, a lot of places are opening up free access, tours of their places. Go on your virtual Camino. For those who've already done a Camino, get back in touch with your Camino family. You know, I think a lot of us said, oh, this experience has brought us together forever. We're going to stay in touch. We're going to see each other all the time. Life steps in and we lose that. I just reached out to my Camino family, and, you know, I said, let's set up a virtual little happy hour next week. I think this experience is going to bring us all closer together as humans. And that is like one of the core tenets of the Camino, right? Being there for your fellow humans, and the Camino provides. And I've said this before, the Camino doesn't provide, people on the Camino provide. And so I think we can apply, those of us who have done the Camino, we can apply some of those lessons to today. Donate to your favorite places on the Camino. I guess one good thing about the timing of this virus is it's at least Camino low season. So, you know, at least for right now, my understanding is that not too many places are very affected. Like Oristone, for example, is not open yet. But places that you stayed and loved, is there a way you can donate? Say, you know, this would have been a night's sleep for somebody, and help them out, help keep them open. There's so many things you can do now to keep your experience alive. Let me know your other ideas. I think this is such an important time to come together, and, you know, maybe I will start making regular videos again, but it's hard right now with this experience we're all going through, I think, because we don't know how long it's going to last. And that's that's what makes me so nervous about it. So I just wanted us to come together, those of you who follow this page, and say that, I'm thinking of all you guys. I'm here for you. We are in this together. We have to stay positive. We have to see that silver lining and really use this experience in the best way we can to keep our Camino alive. So sorry for the rambling. I hope my thoughts resonated with you. Let me know what you guys are doing right now to stay sane and keep your Camino experience alive. And again, thank you so much to all of our first line responders out there who are doing things every day to make sure that we're all going to get through this together. And as always, muy, muy, muy buen camino.